Podcasting from Woodstock, Georgia, welcome to Soul Solutions, a show where we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs. I'm your host, author, and certified life coach, Terry Kozlowski. Hello, warriors! Did you know that the Guide to Setting Personal Boundaries online course has launched? Can't say no to others? Are you allowing drama into your life because you can't set personal boundaries? If so, then check out the course on mastermind.com. The link is in the show notes. Now let's start this week's episode. Episode 63. How shining your light can influence others in a positive way. Everyone influences somebody. A parent affects a child, a boss their employee, or nurturing friends and family. Whatever your role is in any of the relationships you have, influence is occurring by both parties. Many think influencing another is about persuading them to do something you want or agreeing with you. But influence has a subtle side. You know the saying about being the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with? It's about the impact these people have on you and you on them. Influence is about how others affect and change you by their presence, beliefs, mindsets, ethics, and words. It's a process of how being around someone can influence changes in you because of your relationship with them, and vice versa. This idea means that every interaction you have with another has the potential to influence you or them. And over time, either of you can persuade the other about something based on that relationship. This change can come from a new set of priorities, seeing their perspective, or clarity about a situation. So when you are being authentic and shining your inner light consistently around others, you're positively influencing them. Why? Because being yourself attracts others to you, and they want to be more authentically them when you're together. This is the crux of your influence. It's based on the solid bonds with the other and your consistent behavior based on you keeping your word. You affect others just by being authentically you. Why you are influencing others. So even if you aren't trying to persuade others, how are you influencing those around you? Well, it's as simple as hearing them with understanding. So yes, actively listening to another to understand their point of view will cause them to look at you with an influential eye. Why? Just like you want to be heard and understood, so does everyone else. And when defenses are relaxed, people are more open to what you have to say. When you are looking for the best resolution to an issue, instead of competing with others to see whose idea will win, others know you're about solving the problem. They will see your efforts in collaboration versus competition. The long-term impact is where influence and credibility arise. You're a living example of what authenticity looks like, which is inspiring and causes you to influence others. As you accept your strengths and weaknesses, acknowledge your missteps and make course corrections, and respond with love in all situations, you're showing those around you how to do the same. Yes, all you have to do to influence another is to be yourself. Live your best life, and others will watch, listen, and learn from your wins and your missteps. It's a responsibility many don't recognize because they aren't aware like you are. As you control your actions, reframe your perspective, and encourage those in your life, you realize leadership isn't about a role or a position. Instead, it's about the ability to influence another positively. Be a force for good. Whether you call it influence or leadership, it's about using this impact on others to bring more light into the world. It's about making those around you feel good about themselves to inspire others in their lives, which causes a ripple effect. When you are serving others to help them grow into their authentic selves, you use your influence for the highest good. Support those around you and give them what they need, whether it's a listening ear, a different perspective, or a boost in self-confidence. It's caring about them and their dreams as an extension of your love. Your ultimate goal is to help build up the people in your life as an act of love. Characteristics of a positive influencer. To positively influence another, you must be intentional in your words and actions. For example, by consciously choosing your comments, you are deliberate about how others will hear you. It's not about being calculating, but sensitive to their emotional state and matching their tone. This way, they see you understand their viewpoint and issue. Remember, words have power, and the wrong words with the right intention still cause harm. So be mindful of what you say and do. When you authentically present with another and being authentic with those in your life allows you to affect them. So use this influence as a force for good. Characteristics of a positive influencer. To positively influence another, you must be intentional in your words and actions. For example, by consciously choosing your comments, you are deliberate about how others will hear you. It's not about being calculating, but sensitive to their emotional state and matching their tone. This way, they see you understand their viewpoint and issue. Remember, words have power, and the wrong words with the right intention still cause harm. So be mindful of what you say and do. When you authentically connect with people, they open up to you and allow you to influence their perspective on life. Why? Because they realize you are choosing to include them in your life. This inclusion opens the doors to trust. It allows the egoic fear of separation to melt away because they know they aren't alone. Resiliency is another characteristic of an influencer. Why? Because you know life doesn't go as planned. So when the surprise occurs, you know how to reframe the circumstances to look for the lesson and find a solution. You also are willing to share with others how you overcame so they can too. Growth-minded people influence others because they are constantly learning and sharing their new knowledge with everyone they know. This self-education is how they stay ahead. It's also why they are humble. Why? Because they know there's always more to learn and old ways can be improved. This passion for learning attracts others and their enthusiasm is contagious and you want to learn more. Ways to authentically shine your inner light. Here are 9 ways to influence others positively. Number 1, listen with understanding as the goal. When you consciously listen to another, you will know all you need to help the person. Not only do you hear their words, give attention to the tone, but also what's unspoken. By doing so, you allow the person to feel supported and understood. Being seen and heard, no matter the outcome, is vital for everyone to feel accepted as they are. Number 2, serve others by sharing your knowledge. Everyone has something they can share about what they have learned during your own life experience. When you share it, either in person or on social media, you can inspire others through your everyday interactions with them. In addition, sharing your life lessons should be a part of how you show compassion to the world. Number 3, lead by example. Those who inspire you were the example you watched to help you improve your life. Now pay it forward by being a living example to those around you. This intention means that you know others are watching you and you want to show them how to live with grace. Number 4, live your truth unapologetically. What I mean by this is do not be a hypocrite. People want to trust that you live by what you say, so what you do in private matters. Have integrity that shows your morals, ethics, reliability, and honesty, because that is who you authentically are when you're alone. Don't forget to follow through and keep your promises. Your word is your bond. Number 5, encourage those around you. Look for opportunities to praise someone when they did well, or skip the criticism when someone takes a misstep and instead reassure them to try again. Consciously celebrate others' contributions and efforts in front of others. Number 6, choose kindness over winning. Although this may go against what your egoic mind would want you to do, kindness far outweighs winning in relationships. Remember, connections with others aren't about competition or being right. Validation of who you are doesn't come from anything external, so winning the point only causes a wound rather than creating a bond. Number 7, show genuine interest. Engaging with others by having a natural curiosity in what they are doing allows you to connect with them authentically. This bond opens them up to hearing your perspective, asking for help, and sharing with you. Number 8, know your circle of influence. Understand what your unique gifts are and offer those to the people around you. You can't be all things to everybody, so focus on what you are passionate about and serve others from that soulful place. Start with your tribe and allow it to grow from there naturally. Number 9, look for opportunities. Open your eyes to the possibilities around you each day. Everyone you are in relationship with, you can influence. Your smile or kind gesture even can affect strangers. Awareness of your shining light is all it takes to affect someone. Being an all-around leader in the workplace. These are the types of leaders who lead up to the top levels of the organization. They lead across the organization among their peers, and they lead down directly to their team members and others outside of their influence in the business. A versatile leader leads through influence, not through their position nor through any power they may or may not have. Some people believe that a person can't lead unless they are at the top of the totem pole. They cannot recognize that genuine leaders lead even if they are at the bottom. You can choose to better any organization and help fulfill a better vision by serving as an all-around leader. How to lead up. Some people silently wonder if they can help their supervisor. Here are ways you can support your leadership, add value to your organization, and distinguish yourself from the rest of the team by doing your part with excellence. Number 1, direct yourself by learning self-management. Number 2, lighten your executive's load by being a team player. Number 3, be willing to do what others won't by having a whatever it takes attitude. Number 4, do more than manage a project. Lead it. Number 5, invest in relationships by consciously connecting with others and cheering them on. Number 6, be prepared for interactions by adding value and taking part. Number 7, know when to push and when to back off by learning to read the atmosphere. Number 8, become a go-to person who can step in and make a difference. Number 9, be better tomorrow than you are today by having a growth mindset. And number 10, be a part of the solution, not the problem. How to lead across. Some people fall into the trap of trying to manage their team without influencing them. There are 6 contributing factors to emerging as a natural leader and not just a position or the loudest person in the room. Number 1, your character as a leader will filter into and through the entire group, and it can be positive or negative. Number 2, the right kinds of relationships with the right people matter because they are the people who get things done, who are forward-thinking, and understand the bigger picture. Number 3, you need to be knowledgeable about the entire organization and not just your particular area of influence. Number 4, recognize the possibilities. You need to see past the current situation and see what can be. Number 5, remember that you have already overcome other obstacles as a group, and together the team can do it again. Number 6, your belief in them, enthusiasm, and encouragement are what they need to be successful and thrive. How to lead downward. Your team is where you have the most influence as you have direct and consistent communication. Here are 7 principles of leading down to your team and others in the business. Number 1, spending time with your personnel is how you build relationships and influence your team. Number 2, confident leaders respect the value of each team member as individuals through the relationship they have built with them. As a result, their people want to follow them. Number 3, your help in the personnel's development will influence how they perceive you. Number 4, discovering the right person for the right situation means you need to have a relationship with them to determine their strengths. Number 5, leaders show the team what to do by setting the example. Number 6, when the team buys into the shared vision based on your influence, it enhances their performance and the perceived shared success. Number 7, giving praise for things you like to see again will guarantee that team members continue to strive for success. Moving forward, positively influencing others. Influence occurs through appealing to someone's logic by presenting facts, emotions through empathy, or collaborative efforts by asking them to take part. Despite your authority, working effectively with others comes down to your ability to influence someone based on your authentic relationship with them. Humanity wants positive people who can influence others. So everyone is looking for an effective communicator who can build trust, collaborate through compassion, and elevate everyone to a higher level to make the world a better place. I'm describing you, right? You care for those in your life and choose to speak your truth. Without realizing it, you are inspiring those around you, and your influence can be crucial to the growth of the surrounding people. So set a good example because you are being watched. You control the message you send to others as you live your life. Be the person whose trust in you compels them to think and change something in their life for the better. Do you need to understand better how you are influencing others? Do you need help to be a better example for others? If so, please reach out to me at terrykozlowski.com and we can put together an action plan for you to create the life you desire. If you want to learn how I learned to shine my light and influence others, you can do so by reading my book, Raven Transcending Fear. The link is in the show notes, or you can go to raventranscendingfear.com. Thanks for listening to Soul Solutions with Terry Kozlowski. If you'd like the show and want to learn more, check out terrykozlowski.com where you can find the links to everything we talked about in this episode. Please subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode as we overcome our fears and our limiting beliefs.